Hi there. Just wanted to go over the unboxing and setup of a AP-130 Aerohive wireless access point. You may have been sent one of these to replace a defective unit or maybe upgrade from an older model. If you are upgrading, these ones are a little bit smaller, so you may need to do some paint touch-up if it's on a wall on a wall. If it's ceiling tile, it's no big deal because you're typically not painting around a ceiling tile. All right, so quick unboxing. You're going to be asked more than likely to record the serial number and the MAC address by the technician that sent you this unit. Please don't trust the one that's on the box. This is also written on the bottom of the access point, so we'll trust that one. The box may be reused or recycled. If I do that, I typically use Sharpie and rub this out, but just in case it wasn't, please don't trust these numbers here, okay? We want to make sure that it's one from the access point. So inside the box, you've got the wireless access point. Make sure your hands are clean and dry. These things really soak up fingerprints, or if you have oil on your hands or whatever, just make sure that you have dry hands. The indicator light here, this goes or flashes once every minute, every 60 seconds. It's just sort of a heartbeat for the device. It doesn't stay on all the time like the older access points. It just flashes the one time every 60 seconds. It may be amber, it may be blue, it may be white. White is typically ideal, but as it's setting up and downloading its configuration, it may be other colors. So you may be asked for that information. You plug it in with the network cable here on the sort of the bias here on the side. Don't plug it into the base. That's the console port for programming. You wouldn't even get the access point mounted to the wall because you'd never get a network cable in there. But still, please never plug anything into the console cable or console port rather. When we ask you to restart the access points, what we mean is just unplugging the network cable and then plugging it back in. Because the power comes over the network cable, that'll cut the power to the device and then it'll be like rebooting it. Don't put anything into the reset hole unless you're asked to by one of the technicians. Okay, just unplug it and plug it back in, and that'll hopefully solve any problems that you have. Just going to put that to the side for a moment. And look in the box, we've got screws, some Phillips head screws, 3 of them, and 3 drywall plugs. You'll need a minimum of 2 to mount the bracket to the wall. I guess it gives you a spare one in case you strip the screws, which is always a possibility. This other bag has got the bracket in it. Okay, so the bracket, it looks like an unfinished kind of surface. This actually faces out. This goes up against the wireless access point when you mount it. It's pretty easy to see there because you've got sort of a recess where the screw goes in, and that's what you'd normally see on a fixture that you'd be hanging on the wall. But it's sort of visually strange to look at this sticking away from the wall when you've got a nice finished surface with words and all that kind of stuff on it. But that's not the case. This side actually goes against the ceiling tile, the ceiling, the wall, like however you're mounting it. Okay, this goes flush against whatever wall or whatever surface you're mounting it to. And in terms of level and orientation, see this arrow here, that shows you the up orientation. Okay, so it goes up like that, and then this is your level line, or you can use the holes to guide you for doing a horizontal or a straight line for mounting. Okay, so like I say, this goes against the ceiling tile. If you're clipping it into ceiling tile, it goes the T-bar slides into these slots here on either side, and then you'll see that these clips here, they bend down, and then you'll slide the T-bar across that and slide it underneath that. So you just kind of put it in and then rotate it and it'll click in there. All right, and of course you don't need to use screws when you're mounting it to the T-bar ceiling. And then you'll be looking at this side here, and that will mount to the access point over here. So I'm just going to show you quickly on the access point the serial number and MAC address. So these are the numbers that you're going to want to record. Okay, so record the serial number, the MAC, as well as the location. So if it's whatever resident room it's just outside of, or if it's in a dining room or a public space, please let us know where it is. So if it's dining room south or dining room north, just so that we can guide later if we have a problem with one of those access points. We can guide people right to it to restart it or to look at the lights. You don't have to hunt around. Okay? So once you've got this guy mounted to the wall, this bracket here, you'll have this side facing out. Okay? And I just want to orient myself here. Okay, so these two clips, this side over here and this side over here, you'll see that there's sort of a, I'll show you on this side, there's a cup right here where this tab slides into, this tab here. Okay, so I'm going to pretend that we're looking through the ceiling, you know, through the attic into the access point here. So the tab on the access point slides into that little slot there. You see that? And then on the other side as well, does the same thing. Slides in there. So I haven't got it completely clipped in. You just have to rotate it, and then there we go. And it slides in like that. Okay? There is some play. It's okay. That's not a problem at all. And then make sure the cable gets plugged in over here. If you ever have to remove one of these items from the wall, you'll have to come in with a flathead screwdriver or some other similar device and slide it in between the ceiling or the wall and the access point, and then just push this tab down. See that? See how it falls, goes down? And then you'll be able to slide the bracket off of it, or slide the access point out of the bracket, because this will be mounted still to the ceiling tile. Okay? Because the ceiling tile T-bar track would slide into this area here. And that's where the T-bar track goes, right there, and then it clips in, just similar to the way the access point clips into the bracket. That's how the T-bar slips in there. That's it. So if you have any questions, please reach out to the technician that sent it to you, or you can contact the service desk directly at 1-866-275-7348. Thank you very much.